10. De'Aaron Fox, Sacramento Kings. Fox is one of those players whose popularity stems from his college days. I wasn't particularly impressed with his game until this season. Fox is benefiting from the Kings' mental shift. The Kings are now ranked 7th in assist percentage, which explains why their offense is so much more entertaining to watch. Fox has benefited from this, as his three-point percentage has risen from .297 to .339%. I'm always concerned about point guards like Rondo and John Wall, who rely heavily on speed. The good news for Fox is that he has many tools for success as well as the potential to improve. 9. Darius Garland, Cleveland Cavaliers. Darius Garland is the NBA's second most underappreciated point guard. He is a very intelligent player who may be the closest thing to a true point guard in today's NBA. He is an excellent offensive complement to Mitchell, shooting .400% from three. If the Cavaliers are to advance far in the postseason, Garland must continue to play at this level. Mitchell cannot be relied on solely by the Cavaliers. The good news is that they can rely on Garland, a top 10 point guard. 8. Tyrese Haliburton, Indiana Pacers. Haliburton is without a doubt one of the best offensive threats in the game. He leads the league in every important assist measurement, and he is also one of the NBA's top 10 stealers in terms of total steals and steals per game. Haliburton has guided the Pacers to a strong start to the season. He is young and has already proven himself to be a team leader. Haliburton has plenty of time to develop into the league's best point guard. 7. Ja Morant, Memphis Grizzlies. Thousands of NBA fans consider Ja Morant to be one of the top 3 point guards in the league. He is still very young and learning. He is surrounded by a team that has proven that it can win without him. He has yet to dazzle us in a big game or on a big stage. Some of his selfish tendencies still need to be worked on. Sacrificing your body is not the way to long-term success and greatness. I'm worried about Ja's continued play. We don't need another Derrick Rose. 6. Trae Young, Atlanta Hawks. I understand your rage. Young was ranked higher than Morant, but it's not as absurd as you might think. Trae Young is much more controlled and a much better long-range shooter. The Grizzlies are a tough team, whereas the Hawks play with finesse. Finesse is difficult to master, and we can argue that the pieces around Young may not always work in his favor. I've also seen Young carry the Hawks in both the regular season and the playoffs, which I haven't seen Morant do. 5. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Oklahoma City Thunder. It's difficult to watch a team that has no intention of winning. Gilgeous-Alexander, as we all know, is a bucket. His arsenal is limitless. He has an unrivaled ability to score and assist. I'm curious what he could do on a winning team. If the Lakers were to give up their 2 first-round picks for one player in the league, it would be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 4. Damian Lillard, Portland Trail Blazers. Although Gilgeous-Alexander is on his heels, I still have to give the nod to Lillard at this point. Lillard is one of the best point guards in the league because of his resume, experience, and skill set. You know how Damian Lillard is and what time it is. Lillard is a bucket, but these next 3 are something else. 3. Kyrie Irving, Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets have turned their season around, currently sitting second in the East, in large part due to Irving's brilliance. When locked in, Kyrie Irving is one of the best to ever do it. His offensive game has no weaknesses. He can score on anyone. It's a breath of fresh air to see what Kyrie Irving can do in a contract year. It's sad when you think about how he doesn't do this as often as he should. 2. Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry is a basketball legend. In my opinion, he is a top 5 point guard of all time and a top 10 player of all time. He is the greatest shooter in history. He is regarded as one of the greatest players of all time. He is a multiple-time winner and MVP. I wouldn't argue if you told me he's still the best. Steph Curry is a living legend. 1. Luka Doncic, Dallas Mavericks. We've had Bird, Jordan, Kobe, Duncan, James, Curry, and now Antetokounmpo and Luka. The game of basketball is in great hands. Luka is a nightmare matchup for anyone he faces. It's sad to see what his surrounding cast consists of. The reality is that they had no business being in the Western Conference Finals last year. Luka will need to pull off another heroic effort to carry the Mavericks anywhere this spring. If anyone can do it, it's him. Luka is a dangerous passer, elite scorer, and one of the most clutch players we have ever seen. At 6 feet 7 inches, he is a nightmare for any defender. Luka will be the best point guard in the NBA for many years to come.